Hey guys, just made a Patreon page. If you're interested, check it out in the description below.
Yeah. Spike Spiegel, Spike Racing, whatever you think my name is. I came here to kick it with y'all. Dropping knowledge, the only way I know how. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But these beats, these raps, they're captured moments. You ready? Alright.
Rockin' Ralph, rockin' Tommy, I'm just sharing my steez. I drink Red Bull, I smoke purple, I'm just sharing my beans. 613, I'm just sharing my peeps. Based on mood, I make music, I'm just sharing Spike SPIEGZ. You want it, then you got it, I don't care how you use it. Love it or abuse it, I keep making mood music. Mood music, mood music. Love it or abuse it, I keep making mood music. Hometown hero, underdeveloped ego. Hustle through the ranks just to break ground zero. Cause he couldn't step on backs to get his head in the clouds. In pursuit of pleasing crowds, he's got schizophrenic now. Praying on a rug, my day gon' come before I cast it in. Absolve me of these sins, Lord, please don't make me ask again. The burner bush is calling, where's the bowl? Pack it in, blowing white smoke to get closer to God. Like the Vatican, conflicted by duality in every single problem between Mary Jane Sativa and Mary Jane Watson. But my spider sense is tingling. Looks like I'll live another day and get to sing again. Rockin' Ralph, rockin' Tommy, I'm just sharing my steez. I drink Red Bull, I smoke purple, I'm just sharing my beans. 613, I'm just sharing my peeps. Based on mood, I make music, I'm just sharing Spike SPIEGZ. You want it, then you got it, I don't care how you use it. Love it or abuse it, I keep making mood music. Mood music, mood music. Love it or abuse it, I keep making mood music. Fitted low over my eyes, think I'm Kakashi Sharingan style, but I don't see need to copy. Instead I'm in remembrance like labels rockin' poppies. Put my word on the track, then I stick to it like Pocky. But I'm so annoyed where I'm at, it's the boiling point of flying too close to the sun while being too cold to enjoy the finer pieces of Eden. I see when deep in the meaning of ceilings, cracking through concrete with no goal in mind but breathing. No mistakes look at play when the stakes are this high. If you got time to waste and you're just waiting to die, and that ain't what I'm like. I'd rather keep myself the truest, take the love, had the hurt, voila, mood music. Rockin' Ralph, rockin' Tommy, I'm just sharing my steez. I drink Red Bull, I smoke purple, I'm just sharing my beans. 613, I'm just sharing my peeps. Based on mood, I make music, I'm just sharing Spike SPIEGZ. You want it, then you got it, I don't care how you use it. Love it or abuse it, I keep making mood music. Mood music, mood music. Love it or abuse it, I keep making mood music. Back to the basics, back to the basement, back to the beat, making tracks for your playlist. Back to the basics, back to the basement, back to the beat, making tracks for your playlist. Back to the basics, back to the basement, back to the beat, making tracks for your playlist. Back to the basics, back to the basement, back to the beat, making tracks for your playlist.
What is going on, everybody? It's MrAeroHD here. We are here back again with another episode of Build It, Drift It, Kill It. It does feel really good to be back, guys. This will be a weekly or 2 times a week series once again, now that we've got all the dial-ins out of the way. Now, I just want to give a huge shout out to the guy who let me use his music this week. His name is SPIEGZ. He has a SoundCloud with his album that's completely free. This was track number 12 of that mixtape called Mood Music. The mixtape is called Follow Your Dreamcast. If you're into some good hip-hop and maybe some nerd and anime references mixed in, definitely something you guys want to check out. Please go ahead and check him out on Twitter. Let him know I sent you, and SoundCloud and everything else that I will have linked in the description below. Great tune. Just really glad to be able to. I actually know this guy in real life, so it's really cool to have friends that are really talented and doing cool stuff. Anyway, this is the Ford Transit SSV Super Sport Van, or Super Sweaty Vulva. Something, one of those two for sure. So this, do I call it a car? Van, vehicle, apparatus. I've done it before. I've done it on Forza 4. I had to swap in the NASCAR engine. I was like, that's so much power. So this one I left the 5.7-liter V8. I was going to go with the Hemi, but it was a little bit too much horsepower. Not horsepower. A little bit too much weight for me. So I kept with the 5.7-liter twin turbo. In this build that you guys are seeing, it says it has sport tires. It doesn't. That's a lie. I took those off with street tires. Sport tires were just way too grippy, and I didn't really want to sacrifice tire width. So it's on street tires, and this car, I'm going to call it a car just for the sake of our argument. Super, super good for what it is, though. You can definitely feel there's no weight over the rear. It snaps a lot. I think because I kept the caster down to a reasonable amount, it's not as snappy as it could be. But it's hilarious to drive because it's actually not terrible. I know this kind of is. This is like entry-level weird cars for people. You probably have seen somebody drifting a van online or whatever, but it's because it's so drivable. It's not impossible. You know, it's like almost any other front engine rear wheel drive car just because there's so much horsepower. I do have it built to the tits, of course, but there's so much power and there's so little weight over the rear. You can kind of counteract all that, the 3,800 pounds or however much it weighs. And in terms of big hulking vehicle that weighs a lot, it's not that much of a big hulking vehicle that weighs a lot. Anything under 4,000 pounds is definitely workable if you can get that much power to an engine. I totally whiffed it here too. But this is so much fun to drive. My only really complaints are it is still heavy. You know, I say, oh, it feels like it's a featherweight. That's a lie. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to what I'm saying. It still feels heavy, but you know, through all that, it's still very drivable and very, like, look at the gameplay, watch the gameplay and judge for yourselves. But it is still very, very heavy, and because it's heavy and there's no weight over the rear, unless, you know, Ford stuck some stuff in the back, it is really twitchy. Other than that, though, the thing's great and really fun to drive, so I really do suggest you check it out. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any suggestions for next week, please leave them in the comment section below, and thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Peace. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like, and if you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Also consider becoming a patron at my Patreon page, patreon.com/MrAeroHD. Want to follow me on social media or want to hear the song that you heard in the video? Please check the description.